So the stage is set for the Mahabharata. You've got the fields of Kurukshetra, two colossal armies just ready to clash. The Pandavas on one side, the Kauravas on the other. But what if I told you there was a third power? A single warrior so unbelievably powerful, he could have ended the entire war in just one day. This is his story, the story of Barbarika.
I mean, really think about that for a second. We're talking about all the legends, Arjuna, Bhima, Karna. None of them, not one, had that kind of absolute overwhelming power. So who on earth was this mysterious figure?
Well, the key to this whole puzzle isn't with the famous Pandavas or the mighty Kauravas. Nope, it's with a third warrior, this unknown variable, whose journey to the battlefield was about to change absolutely everything. His name was Barbarika, and his family tree? Totally top tier. He was the son of Ghatotkacha and the grandson of the mighty Bhima himself. So yeah, he had the raw power of his father and grandfather, but it was combined with something else, something truly unique. Now, it's really important to note that this is a famous folk tale. You won't find it in the core Mahabharata written by Vyasa, but it's a story that's deeply loved and cherished in many parts of India, especially as the legend of Khatu Shyam.
So what made Barbarika so invincible? What was his secret? The answer wasn't just his strength. It was a divine boon he got after some serious penance. 3 simple but all-powerful arrows.
That's it. He didn't need a whole quiver full of arrows. He just had 3. But these 3 arrows, they were more than enough to decide the fate of any battle. Let's actually break down how they worked.
Okay, check this out. The first arrow was the marker. It would fly out and tag every single target you wanted to eliminate. The second arrow, that was the destroyer. Once you fired it, it would hunt down and destroy everything the first arrow marked, no matter where it was. And the third one, that was the ultimate undo button. It could reverse everything, bringing an entire army back from dust. Just unbelievable power. So, armed with these incredible weapons, Barbarika hears about the huge war brewing at Kurukshetra. His warrior spirit is ignited, and he makes a really serious vow as he starts his journey toward the battlefield. He declared that he would always support the side that was weaker, the side that was losing, to make sure justice was served. A noble promise, right? Sounds great. But this very vow, it created a devastating paradox. Of course, Krishna, the master strategist of the whole war, sensed this immense power coming. He knew he had to step in. So he disguised himself as a simple Brahmin and met Barbarika on the road to test not just his power, but his intentions.
Playing the part of a skeptic, Krishna kind of laughed it off. Just 3 arrows? And you think you can change the outcome of this massive war with so little? Barbarika, being humble, just replied that a single arrow was all he needed, and even offered to prove it.
Krishna, of course, instantly saw the terrible logic of Barbarika's vow. Okay, let's just walk through this. Let's say Barbarika joins the weaker side. At the start, that was the Pandavas, but for argument's sake, let's say it's the Kauravas. His power would instantly make them the winning side. The Pandavas would then start to lose, and true to his vow, Barbarika would have to switch sides and fight for the Pandavas. You see the problem? It would create this endless destructive loop, wiping out both armies until only Barbarika was left standing. His vow for justice would actually lead to total annihilation.
Realizing this, Krishna knew Barbarika could not be allowed to fight. After Barbarika proved his power by piercing every single leaf on a tree with 1 arrow, even one Krishna tried to hide under his foot, Krishna revealed his true divine form. And then he made the most profound request in the entire epic. He said, "To ensure victory for Dharma, the greatest warrior must make a sacrifice. As an offering before this war begins, I ask for your head." I mean, can you imagine? A demand for the ultimate sacrifice from a warrior who hadn't even reached the battle yet? But Barbarika, recognizing the divine right in front of him, didn't even hesitate. He just smiled and agreed. He had only one condition, that his head be placed somewhere where it could watch the entire war unfold. He wanted to be the ultimate witness to history.
Krishna granted his wish. Barbarika, with his very own hands, offered his head. Krishna then placed it on a high hilltop overlooking the entire Kurukshetra battlefield. And from there, his head became the silent, impartial witness to all 18 brutal days of war.
And he saw everything. He saw the fall of the great Bhishma on a bed of arrows. He saw the tragic end of the teacher Drona. He witnessed the epic, long-awaited duel between Karna and Arjuna. And he saw the final brutal mace fight that ended Duryodhana's reign. He literally missed nothing.
So after the war is over, the Pandavas are victorious. But their celebration is a little bit clouded by a debate. And to settle it, they turn to the only one who saw the entire conflict without any bias. The Pandavas started arguing about who really deserved the credit. Bhima was saying it was his mace, Arjuna was crediting his Gandiva bow. When they couldn't agree, Krishna suggested, "Why don't you go ask Barbarika's head?" So they did. They went up to him and asked that one simple question: who truly won this war? And Barbarika's calm reply revealed the ultimate truth of the entire epic. He said, "I saw no warrior win. I saw only one thing: Krishna's divine will, his Sudarshan chakra, moving through the battlefield, clearing the path for Dharma. You were all just instruments. The true victor was Krishna." Krishna was so deeply moved by Barbarika's sacrifice, his unwavering devotion, and his profound wisdom. So he decided to grant him a divine boon, one that would make sure his legacy would live on forever. Krishna declared, "In the dark age of Kali Yuga, you will be worshipped by my own name, Shyam. And just as you wish to support the losing side, you will now have the power to help any devotee who is in need to turn their losses into victory." And that is why, to this very day, millions worship Barbarika as Khatu Shyam. His story reminds us that sometimes the greatest strength isn't in fighting, but in sacrifice. And his whole legacy is captured in this one powerful phrase: Hare ka Sahara, Shyam Hamara. The support of the defeated is our Shyam.